we now return to Let's Play 7 Grand Steps. The idea was that I would be able to break out into the next level, but, oh good, Albin helped out Crispin. That's a nice change. I should probably actually save that architecture if I can help it. So, let's get a horse. I need to finish off this stupid legend. Look how many white beads I had. How many skipped turns I wasted just because of that nonsense. Infuriating. Okay, what can I go after? There's a horse. I can also go straight to alchemy and pick up that 10. It's like every game, every round, there's at least one token that I just do not get. How close are we? 3 away. So one more of those little tokens. We'll make it. Okay. When a family elder had proposed taxing temples, government officials ignored him. Only in Crispin's lifetime did the concept surface again. He was called to the city magistrate for an informal discussion. Taxing temples would be taking money from the gods. However, I've decided to implement a new head tax. It would apply to priests who operate businesses outside of their temples. Crispin is supposed to be charitable, but again, I don't think that applies here. He inquired at the local temples before implementing it, which is not going to end well at all, because the priests are going to say, "What, are you crazy?" Of course not. And that's just going to piss off the magistrate, and none of these is a good choice. He agreed. However, Crispin's first inquiries alarmed the priest to such a degree even the gods were angered. Sermons in the following weeks foretold great change in the administration, to rid it of a heretical magistrate. Therefore, it was decided to test the tax in a small town, which was the first option, which is what I should have done. In the small town, 3 temples shared prominence for religious needs. Messengers had already announced the tax, and local officials had returned reports concerning priestly businesses outside their temples. The reports were nearly blank. Crispin investigated the reports before investigating the temples. He discovered considerable corruption. The magistrate was happy to help root it out. Thereafter, Crispin went straight to the largest temple in town, that of the Mother Goddess. A priestess from the temple ran a glass-blowing factory. It produced small, inexpensive bowls and bottles. The business nearly ran itself. Demand was high. Merchants enjoyed healthy margins when they could transport the goods intact. Well, I would love to just ram it down their throats, but I think I'm going to need to negotiate it. The priestess threatened to curse Crispin in the name of the Holy Mother, but she paid the tax. Crispin next visited the temple of the Father God. A priestess from the temple ran a glass-blowing factory. Let's negotiate. He convinced the priestess to pay the full tax. Crispin next visited the temple of the Hero God. A priest at the temple supplied a collective of fruit sellers. He arranged transport of the fruit in bulk and distributed it to many sellers. The margin was good, but not higher than tithings at the temple. The religion's noted idealism did not preclude earthly side businesses. Let's negotiate once again. Wait a minute. Yeah, fuck it. I was gonna look at respect, but screw that. Because then we would have treated one temple with favor over the others, and that's just no good. The priest drew a bronze sword from a nearby statue and drove Crispin from the temple. That was as far as Crispin could run with the magistrate's new tax plan. He returned to his office and reported in person. The government official asked, "What is the best way to enact the new tax across my jurisdiction?" Well, this is the bullshit answer right here, because they're not going to do anything. Nothing would change. I think eliminating priests from businesses outside the temple would clearly solve the problem, but I think it's a bit extreme. So let's go with seek advice from the temples, but don't weaken the tax. We'll leave it to the magistrate to deal with. Negotiations broke down early. Pride of the powerful scuppered the reform. The magistrate nearly lost the next election. Good. Didn't happen to me, at least. Okay. Challenge is still off. Let's do social advancement so I can start partaking in the Senate, because that was the whole idea. Okay. Oh, you already had your turn. Fine. I guess I can move forward. That's only, what, 3? Yeah. And you've got a C+ in it. So I can still get a B and an A out of this. Okay, fine. And I should probably start considering a second child right now. But first I want to go get that. They don't love each other. And she's in the only position to go get it. Actually, yeah, alchemy is his thing. I will use one of these to send him all the way to the end. And then I will use her to go get that. And then I'll do this. Let's try and have another child. It worked. It's too bad, too, because that's a nice inheritance. Now, who... Republic is your thing. I'm not really sure why the octopus or the squid represents Republic. Unless the game is making a statement. Cavalry. You definitely need that. You need alchemy as well. I need to save everything. But Cornell needs some stuff too. Let's at least get him to a D on everything if I can help it. I really don't want to send them that far back. I think I'll just wait. Okay, you need alchemy. Give you engineering again. Come back and make tokens. Shit. You need an architecture, right? Yeah, let's just use that up. Okay. So engineering is okay, cavalry. Bushels of wheat, blah blah blah. Hired a respected merchant to conduct this tedious part of the business. It turned out the respect was for how much the merchant made for himself. Crispin earned little by comparison. Well done, Crispin. Fucking moron. Oh, of course, of course. Now that I don't have it. Shit. Putting me there is going to stop me. Well, maybe I can go forward and then come back. Or I could just wait. I could just wait them out until they move. And hopefully they won't take everything. Okay. Republic. I guess Republic. Fuck. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. The tax rate, as decided by the Empire's leaders, directly affected the price of collection contracts. Crispin gaped at this year's prices. Civil wars had started for less. To collect at a rate high enough to profit from a bid would put Crispin at the front of a battle line. However, failing to procure a contract meant the family would live on savings until next year. The rate might be higher next year. He bid low on contracts for areas well controlled by the military. That's what I get for picking charitable. I think this is the end of the road. Okay, well, Callista didn't turn out quite as good as I'd hoped. But it's time to move on. And she's not getting anywhere. Okay. The misery that will be Callista next time.